Have you ever witnessed with your own eyes a tall tree being struck by lightning? Why does lightning often strike trees? How dangerous would it be if we took shelter under a tree during a storm? To find the answer, let's follow up close-up of the lightning strikes that are captured by camera in this video. Lightning strikes trees caught on camera. Lightning is the world's most extreme weather hazard. According to statistics, there are up to 16 million lightning storms in the world every year. 2,000 storms are happening simultaneously at any given time, and each year lightning strikes about 10,000 people around the world. So why is lightning so dangerous? Lightning is a natural phenomenon formed by the accumulation and discharge of electricity in the atmosphere between clouds and the ground, or between clouds with opposite charges. Lightning often appears before, during, and even after the rain. Sometimes, lightning also occurs during volcanic eruption or sandstorms. Lightning can travel at a speed of 36,000 km per hour when discharged in the atmosphere. Another reason lightning is so dangerous is because of the destructive power it brings at night. The average lightning bolt carries about 30,000 amps of charge, has 100 million volts of electricity, and is hot at about 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Lightning often strikes towering solitary objects rather than low, closely spaced objects. This is partly because when the ground feels the induction of electric currents from the thunderstorm cloud, the towering objects carry more induced charge than the ground and have a strong ability to attract electric waves. So it attracts the spark more effectively, easily. Therefore, tall trees are often struck by lightning, breaking branches and falling trees. The main cause is due to the moisture of the tree, including sap and rainwater rundown. It's the ideal conductor of electricity. As a result, the tree now reluctantly becomes a lightning rod. The top of the tree acts as a lightning rod to lead lightning to the ground. The taller the trees, the higher the chance of catching lightning. However, what's interesting when lightning strikes trees is that some trees are fine, some are stripped of the bark along the length of the trunk and partially broken, some are split from top to bottom. So why does such a thing happen? First, if the tree is not damaged, it will be completely drained. If it is raining heavily, it is the water that flows down from the tree through the outer layer and is itself a perfect conductor of electricity. At this time, the lightning current will be completely drained to the ground. As a result, the tree is not damaged at all. If the tree is partially destroyed, it will certainly not escape the lightning, because in tree trunks, especially rotting trees, those rotting places often contain a lot of rainwater. In this case, the lightning will propagate down the trunk line but not to the ground and produce large explosions. As a result, the tree will be destroyed, often splitting in half. Let's admire the terrifying lightning strike on this tree. This happens for only a few seconds. A spark flashed at the top of the tree and the trunk. Immediately, the tree collapsed and broke into many pieces. For trees that are broken in half by lightning, they will surely die, while trees that are partially hit still have a chance to recover. But they will be slow to grow, dry and stunned. It is known that the damage caused by a lightning strike depends on the pieces of tree, whether it is a sheet or lightning, how humid it is, and where the lightning strikes the earth and dissipates. Most of the healthy green plants just under the bark, have moisture. When lightning strikes, the lightning current propagates through the light to the ground. But because it's just moisture, lightning doesn't drain well. It's that bad thing that will cause small explosions like electric shocks and cause the bark to be pushed. When lightning strikes one side of the tree, it will often kill the living tissues of the tree in a strip that runs along a large branch, vertically from the trunk to the ground, or even ending a meter or two above the ground. The tree will have lightning scars on the trunk. The wood after the scar often rots over time, leaving a hollow. Plants can often recover from attacks like this if the scars and rotting are not too great. In addition, lightning strikes cause severe disruption to a plant's metabolism, leading to sudden death 2 to 12 months later. This may be because it is unable to fight off fungal disease or insect damage after a lightning strike. It can be seen that taking shelter under a tree when it is stormy is a very wrong thing to do. Lightning is a random extreme weather phenomenon, so there is no absolute safe place to avoid lightning. However, scientists still recommend that proactively finding a safe place to avoid lightning when it rains and storms, especially in the rainy season, can significantly reduce the likelihood of being struck by lightning and avoid dangerous storms health damage. When you are outdoors, if you cannot find shelter, you must stay away from tall trees. Do not stand at the top of hills. Do not stand in open areas. Discard metal objects in your body. Also, do not stand or sit next to power poles or power lines because these are also places prone to lightning strikes or broken power lines, so it is very dangerous. We hope that the information we provide will help you better understand the phenomenon of lightning when hitting trees and how to avoid it when it rains. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click like, share and subscribe to the channel to support us. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.